Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations. Much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. It's your brother Chai Napash coming at you with another lesson. And this lesson is going to be entitled Charlie Kirk Assassination and the Civil War. Okay, because this is ultimately what Esau is clearly trying to start. He's trying to start war from within the country. Okay, and it's dividing the left and the right paradigm, right, which is on the same coin, and it's also dividing the races, namely Jake and Esau. Okay, and Esau's ready to go. Okay, these Edomites, these right-wing Edomites, they're ready to go. Okay, and you know what I mean by that. You know, when you watch this video, you can clearly see that first of all, this guy's in the upper room. He's not here no more. Okay, he's definitely in the upper room. All right, he's not on an island, you know, with Tupac somewhere. No, he's gone. He's out of there. All right. The amount of liquid fluids, blood that left this man, he's out of there. Okay, 100%. Okay, and that was clearly, done professionally. All right, that was professional. And one thing that Dabu 7 pointed out when I watched this last night was that this guy in the cap, he was given a signal. It seemed like he was given a signal, I'll say, with his hat, So, yeah, man, this was serious, man. This was a serious thing. And it's going to be used for Esau's agenda. Don't get it twisted. Esau will use this, along with the incident that happened with Jake in the train station. Let's go to let's go to 2 Thessalonians, 2nd chapter. And I'm gonna get it in the GNT, not the GNT, the NLT. All right. This is second Thessalonians 2 and verse 9. It says, matter of fact, I'll start at verse 8. It says, then the man of lawlessness will be revealed. Right? That's the Edomites. Okay, but the Lord Yahweh Shai will kill him with the breath of his mouth, and that's spiritual. Okay, spiritual first, and destroy him by the splendor of his coming, and that's going to be a physical takedown. All right, first his prophets are destroying him through their mouth, meaning the words that they speak are bringing him down, bringing everything that he stands for down, because he's built up on lies. This man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power in signs and miracles. He will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction. The Esau's society is full of deception, full of lies, full of twists and turns. This is why, you got to always try to see what the truth is of a certain event. And even then, you may not get the 100% full story because Esau is full of deception. Let me read that again. It says, he will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction. Right? That's the people that are in the world, because they refuse to love and accept the truth that would save them. Okay? The people of the world, you Jakes that are not in this truth, you're done. Okay, you're done. When Esau's get ready to roll on you, Esau's get ready to come down full force. Okay, with those floods. Okay. enemy come in like a flood. Yeah, when he comes in like a flood, it's over for y'all, man. It's done. Okay. This is enemy come in like a flood. Enemies, maybe enemies come in like a flood. No, excuse me. Is that Ezekiel 21? I think. Oh, first of all, I'm in the NLT. Let's get out of NLT. It says, well, this is good too. This is good too. I'll read this first then. This is Ezekiel 21:9. It says, Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith Yahweh, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. So Esau is preparing to make a sore slaughter against you Israelites. Okay? It is furbished. That why do you think those National Guards are going to Chicago? Why do you think those National Guards are in DC and these different so-called black cities, which they call Democrat cities? Okay? See, the snare was that Esau tied you Negroes to the Democrats. And now when they do certain things, okay, and you got these transformers and these different freaks doing these different acts, you're tied in with all of that. Your image is tied in with all of that madness. Okay? Because your woman was out there screaming for them. All right? You know? The BLM, which was controlled by these Edomites. You see? It says, should we then make mirth? You Jakes are in a mirthful spirit. You need to be watching to see what the hell Esau is doing. Esau's not playing. Esau is not playing. He's getting ready to come down, and he's gonna end up losing. Esau's gonna end up losing, but he's gonna come hard, and you Jakes are gonna lose. But guess what? Then Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is gonna step in, and Esau is gonna start losing. Okay, it contemneth the rod of my son as every tree, and he hath given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. Yes, Esau, he was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth. That's the Edomites. Okay. Oh, how do I have zeros? Okay. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. This is Isaiah 59:19. It says, so shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. That's Esau. He's gonna come in with those armies, those troops. Okay, and you ninjas in Chirac ain't gonna do nothing. Talking about you have switches. What a bunch of idiots, man. Wait till Esau show you what's really going on. He's not even going to talk to you. And niggas like you in Chirac and these places, he's not even going to talk to you niggas, man. As soon as he see Dread swinging outside, bop, 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 he's not going to ask no questions, man. We're coming to that time where they're going to be like madmen, sparing none. Okay, as the slogan of the new world order goes, expect no mercy. Okay, it says the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. Yeah, but that's going to be with the elect. The standard is going to be lifted against him for the elect. So the elect, the spiritual power is going to be on a high level. The angels that are amongst us are going to be on a high level. You know, people that we may have just been talking to, you know, consistently, you know, in our daily lives, you know, we bumped into multiple times and talked to, they could come in and reveal themselves as being angels of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, we're gonna need some serious help in that time. Well, let's go to Daniel's real quick. Let's go to Daniel's, man. Jake, man, you Jakes are gonna find out, man, that this is not what we've been saying is no joke. You know, we moved from a particular spot. A Jake that I know said, "Oh, I don't see you at that spot no more." Yeah, because we moving around now. We're moving around. The thing is not. This is not. And first of all, this prophesying is not forever. Okay, we're coming to the end of that too. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book." Everyone that's written in the book of life, the elect, is going to be delivered. The ones that are not, you're going to be caught up and destroyed. Okay? Yes. Now let's go to get a couple more videos. I want to get Trump's statement.
To my great fellow Americans.
Right? Which when I first saw it, it looked like AI to me, but that could just be the camera. You know, it could just be the camera. I don't know what kind of super camera this guy got. But regardless of the fact, it doesn't matter. The statement still stands, okay? It says, full statement, Trump calls Charlie Kirk a martyr for freedom. And by the way, the name Charlie means free man. Free man. That's the name Charlie means, and the name Kirk actually means church. Okay, so it means free man church. Okay, and you know these devils, they do deal with symbolism. Okay, just want to put that out there.
To my great fellow Americans, I am filled with grief and anger at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk on a college campus in Utah. Charlie inspired millions, and tonight all who knew him and loved him are united in shock and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom, and there's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith, and we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world.
And I want to say something dealing with that deep faith. You Jakes are so simple-minded that you think because an Edomite is a Christian, that means he's not racist. He don't hate you. Some of you Jakes are really just don't have no sense. There was a guy, what's his name now? He was dealing with Pokemon cards, and some Edomite came on the comment section and started putting out racial slurs against him. Pokemon. Hold on, let me see. I forgot. I don't remember this guy's name. Pokemon card racism. And this guy found this guy's whole information. Yeah, this guy. Right? Right. This guy found his whole information. Yes. And listen to what he says. I want you to listen to this.
I know that after you left my live stream,
he found everything about this guy. Hold on, let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go to what he says. And guess what he found out?
the other night for no reason. Guess what?
At ReeseWaters.com. Today's nominee, Navy guy, or should I say, former Navy guy.
To the white guy that called me slurs over and over again in my live stream the other night for no reason, guess what? You're gonna get kicked out of the United States Navy. You know how they tell us that we should be careful what we do on social media because there could be real life consequences? Hi, my name's Real Life Consequence. I've done a thorough background check and now I know everything about you. I know what little town in Texas you're from. I know your name, your phone number, your email address. I've seen your disciplinary records. I know the names of all of your family members, including your dead mother and your daughter who turns 2 next week, and her mother who's gonna have to pay for all the birthday presents this year because you came into my live stream and saw a black man who was talking about Pokemon cards and video games, and you assumed, yeah, he's not going to do anything if I call him slurs repeatedly, even though he's trying to help me. Turns out I am going to do something. Turns out there are so many things I can do because
and Jake, he was trying to help him, right? He asked him, "Oh, can you find a Pokemon card for me?" He's like, "Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll research it for you. No problem. I'll do that." So he actually tried to he repaid this Jake evil for good. But well, wait till you hear about his background of religion. I hope Vocab is listening too, man.
I have all the screenshots. I have all of the recordings. I know that after you left my live stream, you went into someone else's and started talking about how much you love Jesus and God and the Bible. So maybe I should send that evidence to the church you go to. And
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? This Edomite troll, a lot of these Edomite trolls on X and these different things talking all that racist slurs and stuff, they're Jesus freaks, okay? Because the modern day Christianity is really tied to so-called white supremacy. That's what it's tied to, Edomite supremacy. That's what it's tied to, okay?
If I call him slurs repeatedly, even though he's trying to help me, turns out I am going to do something. Turns out there are so many things I can do because I have all the screenshots. I have all of the recordings. I know that after you left my live stream, you went into someone else's and started talking about how much you love Jesus and God and the Bible. So maybe I should send that evidence to the church you go to in that little town we both know about. I know exactly which boat in the Navy you serve on.
Did you see that? Did you hear that? So this is what these Christians, this is the ones that you Jakes are listening to about turning to Jesus. That happens when the painting of Jesus that they're thinking about looks like this devil. Okay, it looks like Esau Edom. Okay, it goes. We say Cesare Borgia, that's one version, but then really the original goes back to Serapis Christus, which is not the Lord at all. The Lord Yahweh Shai is a so-called black man. All right. So you so-called black people, you Latinos that are still in that Christian stuff, hey, you're going to be caught up in this flood as well.
We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody ever, to share his love of country and to spread the simple words of common sense. On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage.
Okay, we don't need to hear all that, right? Let's go to the end.
And taken too many lives. Tonight, radical left political violence, to the shooting of this year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, and everyone else who brings orders that fund it and support each and every one of us. Stop right now. Is directly responsible for the radical left have come here in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left murder are the tragic time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those are...
So he's saying that the demonization of certain people led to this violence. Listen to what the devil says. He's going to say two things. He's going to say two different things out of his mouth. Listen to what he says now.
The radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers and criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today. So
he's saying the rhetoric of calling him a racist ultimately and things like that is tied to to this type of violence. They're getting ready to crack down on free speech. Okay? Understand, Esau, remember what Gad said about Esau? He has a forked tongue. Let's go.
And it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country.
Right. So basically, he's going against those that he deems as seditious. Okay. And guess what? They're going to deem us as seditious. Did they not deem Paul as seditious? They deemed Apostle Paul as seditious. Okay. They labeled the Apostle Paul a seditious fellow who turned the world upside down. They're not playing, man. Okay, and Esau's coming with this. Nero Caesar is coming with this rhetoric. Do not get it twisted. And the elect, the ones that believe in this truth, they're the main targets. Okay? You best believe it. Okay? This is why you jakes that are not moving with wisdom, you just saying whatever on the camera, marching with guns, putting Israel on your last name. You guys are easy targets when Esau starts to really roll.
Attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others. Radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people.
And they're putting this on a particular political ideology, right? Which is fueling a civil war. Okay? So it was the Democrats that did this. Okay? You understand? Esau knows exactly what he's doing, man.
And taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died, the values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God.
That's hypocrisy. He just mentioned that he needs to stop these people from speaking using freedom of speech, right? To saying that, Charlie Kirk, was represented freedom of speech, and we should all represent freedom of speech. Okay, and he says citizenship, which guess what? He's taken away. ICE is grabbing up people with citizenship who were born in this country. Okay, or that who have the legal papers. Okay, they're going after all you Latin tribes. All right, hold on, give me 1 second, Akin. Give me 1 second. I'm going to be back in a quick second. Give me 1 second. Salakia. Matter of fact, let me play the other video.
They assassinated Charlie.
Let's bring this back here.
It happened in broad daylight at an event at Utah Valley University. As Charlie Kirk addressed the crowd, a single fatal shot was fired.
I hear up top, I just saw him grab, it looked like his neck, and there's just blood pouring out everywhere. And his eyes kind of rolled back.
This video shows security rushing 31-year-old Charlie Kirk to the hospital. The panicked crowd ran for cover.
It's traumatizing. It scares. I don't even want to go to school tomorrow.
President Trump confirmed the death on Truth Social. Kirk was a rising star in conservative politics and a fierce ally of the president's. He was a co-founder of Turning Point USA, which advocates for conservative politics on university campuses. Well known to CBS News chief Washington analyst Bob Costa.
I have covered Charlie Kirk for a long time, have spoken to him at so many political events over the years. This is someone who has galvanized conservatives across the country. He is seen as someone who was really able to gather the Trump movement, especially those under 30, and make them into a force.
Students streamed off campus as news spread, and from both sides of the political spectrum, lawmakers condemned the shooting, calling for an end to political violence.
So it's official. Charlie Kirk is officially dead.
What the fuck is wrong with you guys? And the ones fucking saying he had it coming to him, fucking shame on you. As a combat veteran, I didn't fight for everyone's First fucking Amendment for people to sit there and pick and choose. When you liberals go out and protest, you don't go out thinking that you're gonna fucking die that day for speaking your goddamn opinion, now do you? None of you guys had nothing to say about the Ukrainian chick that got fucking stabbed in the neck by a black dude and had a bunch of black people sitting behind him and walked off like nothing fucking happened, even though she was a Black Lives Matter advocate and fucking rocked with you guys. But no, it stayed fucking silent. What? If it was the other way around and a white man stabbing a black woman, that should have been all over the fucking news. But it was silenced. This is what's wrong, and this is why I moved to the middle of fucking nowhere. Because I knew this shit was coming.
Shut up. This is the first time, like, I felt like true evil, like a true act of evil, and, like, this man did not deserve this, and I'm glad that he was a God-fearing man. You all know what I'm talking about? I know a lot of people are, like, would love to see us, like, beat down. That's okay. We're coming for you.
R.I.P. Charlie Kirk. This is insane. The left can no longer hide the fact that they are a party of extreme violence and extreme hatred. We can't hide that fact no more. They tried to assassinate Trump twice. They assassinated Charlie Kirk, who is just an activist. He's not even in the political theater. They are a party of extreme violence, and we need to handle them immediately.
All right, Shalom. Giving all honor, all praise, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Rachakwadash. They're understood the older apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. And as always, peace, blessings, and salutations unto the tabernacle of David, the hopeful elect, scattered abroad across the four winds of the earth. Very interesting day in Babylon. You know, the day before 9/11, you have this assassination where this right-wing conservative MAGA alt-right activist, he just so happened to be having a speech at some public event in Utah, all right, which is a red state, by the way. Hardly any niggas there, and he gets a bullet put through his neck right in the middle of speaking.
Yeah, so you know, like when I watched that, I think I believe that most likely in my mind it's probably gonna be some wild, weird looking Edomite, you know, left wing Edomite, but you know, who knows what Esau could do? You know, Utah, I mean, from what I understand, Utah is mostly a Edomite place. Now, you know, Esau, nonetheless, he's fueling division. He's fueling civil unrest. This is what he's fueling through these different events. Okay. And trust me, there's an agenda behind this. Okay. All right. Trump is becoming more and more justified in bringing in this National Guard and really start locking things down, because that's what they want to do. Notice behind Trump's head was that the fascist symbol. Okay. Yeah, they got the fascist symbol right there for y'all to see what's coming. Okay. That's what's getting ready to come. Okay. He's transforming into a hardened dictator. Okay. A hardened dictator. All right. So anyways, I want to play this as well because Jake is caught up. Jake is caught up in this this mess. Especially the woman, the Jake woman. And a lot of these jakes that are really are women in men's bodies. A lot of these so-called black men are women in men's bodies. Exact same. Okay.
Salute. So, as y'all,
let's go to
I
the
saw
point.
Becky and Brad, Democratic Becky and Brad, Zestmeister Becky and Brad, you know, jumping up and down, happy for it, right? And who runs behind them? As you know, Keisha. Because Becky runs them. Democratic Becky, Republican Becky, it doesn't matter, but definitely Democratic Becky runs them. They tell them what to do. But let me break something down. Not, you know what? I'm going to let you listen to masculine Zestmeister Keisha. Let me let you listen to what she had to say.
Hey guys, it's Leash. Listen. So I just made a post about Charlie Kirk being shot, and it's now being reported that he actually died. Yo, that's intense. And listen, I am not someone who's going to be, let's not talk ill of the dead, because he was not a good person at all. Very evil, vile, just a nasty person. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be the start of gun reform. And if not, then, this country just wants to be a hot mess. But it takes one of their own to actually create change. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be the start of that. And, we'll see. We will see. But yeah, man, Charlie Kirk, I think he's in his 30s, wife, kids, the whole nine. Wow. That's intense.
No, it's not going to be the change that you're thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. It's going to be some changes. This is a play here.
That's right.
This is a play. I'm not going to explain the play here. I'm gonna go to, I'm gonna take it to Patreon and I'm gonna tell brothers what the play is, because we seen this plenty of times, especially around specific dates.
What date are we on right now? What date is it today? That happened yesterday. What date is it right now? That's all I got to say. 9-1 to the 1. All right. And, supposedly there was 33 symbols all throughout that event. And, they don't know. Jake has no clue, especially the N-Dub. They have no clue about what the hell is going on, what's getting ready to happen. They don't know what the plot is, what Esau is trying to do. Okay? He's about to move in. He's about to come in like that flood, and as the madmen sparing none, and start to put a lot of y'all to death. Put you in camps and put you to death undiscriminately. Because remember, Trump is making it where the police and the troops, they don't need any accountability. So those same racist Edomites that are in those jobs, they're gonna have fun putting you Jakes to death. You don't understand the plot. Okay? They're creating the disorder to bring in the order. There ain't gonna be some gun reform. All right? They know that most of these Edomites are not gonna give up their guns any goddamn way. Especially the down south Edomite, they know they're not going for that. You ain't gonna be able to sign no gun reform and they just give up their guns. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. They're gonna be in that spirit over my dead body. They're not listening to none of that nonsense. Okay? They know they need an excuse to come with the hammer, the sword that I read about earlier. All right? Let me get Revelations 12 and 12, man. See, we're coming into the full-blown time of Jacob's trouble. This is Revelation 12 and 12. It says, therefore, rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Hey, Trump is getting ready to come down with great wrath, bro. All right, the elites are getting ready, because ultimately it's the elites. They're getting ready to come down with great wrath to establish their NWO. And with that, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect, and I'll give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there, pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Shalom.